years, DC has transformed into a foodie city with new restaurants popping up all over the district. But it's not just brick and mortar restaurants grabbing all the attention and reviews. Food trucks have also played their part in getting their names on the sidewalks of the nation's capital. These food trucks have been establishing their territory all over DC in the areas of Metro Center, Farragut Square, Union Station, Independence Avenue, and Navy Yard. There's a lot of good Middle Eastern food. I guess tacos and Mexican cuisine is pretty popular around here, although you can get that in restaurants. Also some good Indian food, some good crepes. So good selection here at the Farragut Square.
I think it's just it's more variety, and it's like just different types, and it's very convenient. I mean, I don't think you have this type of variety like definitely in the restaurants around this area for sure.
DC food trucks are allowed to park wherever there is a parking meter, but as more and more customers began flocking to the food trucks parked outside of their offices, brick and mortar restaurant owners began to take action by calling the police on food trucks.
I mean, obviously calling police is there. I mean, especially when you park right in front, if you're illegally parked. I mean, there's a lot of gray area in the city, which is now what DCRA and everybody's trying to get cleared up. But for the most part, I think, the DC Food Truck Association, they do a great job in kind of enforcing what the regulations should be. And it's just, I think it's all about working together. When we get here in the morning, we park legally. We feed the meters, we get a parking ticket, we pay it. Obviously, they're not too happy about it. I mean, look at Subway, Firehook, Pret, Starbucks. I mean, Starbucks not really, but all these places, if you think about it, one, people tend to buy food from here, but people tend to use their restrooms. They're obviously losing a lot of business. I kind of understand where the food trucks are coming from because I'm actually a restaurant owner as well. We're a brick and mortar that started a food truck, so especially the fact that I kind of went through this whole rent issue and I had to leave Georgetown, and the way real estate was going, I kind of it's one of those things where I think there is enough room for everybody to do business in the city.
Food truck owners came together and formed the DC Food Truck Association in order to defend their mobile vending business against those wanting to shut them down.
I think the customers, that's when we really saw the love that we got from all of our loyal customers. They strongly supported us. We had the Save the Food Truck. People were retweeting that. All the slogans and stuff and the little banners that we're putting online. I got a lot of publicity that way. And just the fact that people were coming out more that week and just to show their support really meant a lot.
The DC Council got involved in this matter by amending proposed food truck regulations and having them take effect in June of 2013. Food trucks have become a part of the DC food scene by introducing different types of cooking and flavors in consolidated areas.
Because as we were passing by, you can see all the different types of food. And I've never had a falafel, I've never had a Monsieur crepe, but I'm sold.
I think it's helped with a variety. I think it's brought people more out to eat here, and I don't know, I feel like this creates like a little sense of community.
The fact that they move locations from day to day impacts the way people get their food. But at the same time, I feel like people, familiarize themselves with certain trucks the same way they familiarize themselves with certain restaurants.
Food truck owners are able to connect with customers via social media outlets by updating their location through Facebook status updates and Twitter.
Definitely Twitter, definitely Facebook, and I say more than anything now, I think Instagram is probably the way to go. Especially for foodies, I guess it's a great way to just, take pictures of food and what's happening and play with all the different filters and put it up right away.
Another important tool that helps customers track the location of all the different food trucks is the Food Truck Fiesta website. It allows customers to see all the different food trucks and food they offer.
Of course, the mobility aspect is great. There's never a dull time. Time flies, and you get to interact with people. I mean, you buy a crepe, you walk away, you see, somebody eats it, and right away they're tweeting about it. Right away they're, because it's part of the culture. Whereas you go to a restaurant, you're not, you might write a Yelp review or so, but for the most part, it's like that interaction. It's like, people like to, people will message us in the morning asking us where we're going. That's really cool, and people actually care enough to do that.
Another interesting aspect of being part of the food truck crowd is there are several festivals held every year in the DC area. These events are part of the Curbside Cook-Off. The festivals run throughout the summer and early fall at different locations across the city. These events bring dozens of food trucks together and thousands of people to enjoy the different culinary tastes and flavors. It seems food trucks have definitely made their mark on the district, and they're here to stay. From Farragut Square, I'm Allison Boslow, and you've been buzzed.